Quick question. How do most students study for science? You said memorize terms and definitions. You're not alone. And you're not wrong. But here's the kicker. Memorization might actually be hurting your child's science grades. In this video, we're digging into why that happens and what to do instead so science finally makes sense. Memorization trains the brain to recall facts, but science isn't just facts. It's how you use those facts that matters in science. Think about it. You might memorize that, for example, photosynthesis uses something to make glucose. But if you can't explain why a plant dies without light, you haven't actually learned it. Science tests don't just ask what, they ask how and why. And if all you've done is memorize, you get stuck when you need to actually apply the concept. That means you feel that feeling where your heart starts pumping and you feel all nervous because you don't know something for a test. Your mind races because of what this means for you right now, in this instant, and later on when you get that grade back. The goal for your child is for them to feel prepared on tests because they have the skill level to figure out almost any fair question on a science test. Most students lose points not because they didn't study, despite what some teachers and even some parents think, but because they didn't practice thinking like a scientist. In other words, there are right and wrong ways to prepare for a test for every student. Science tests often ask students to explain their reasoning or at least be able to pick out sound reasoning if the question is multiple choice, analyze a graph or data table, or even solve problems step by step. And none of that comes from just memorizing vocabulary. Knowing the key terms certainly helps, but it really comes down to developing science skills, especially as you get into more advanced science courses. Okay, so what can your child do about this? Your teen has been relying on flashcards. It's not their fault. It's how most of us were taught. And for certain types of tests or assignments, flashcards are actually effective. There is nothing wrong with using them to study. But if you want a better way, a smarter way, then here's what works. Skill-based practice. That means making keen observations, thinking critically, problem solving effectively, using a process to build knowledge and understanding. And that's exactly what we do inside Science Skills Accelerator. We teach students how to think, not just memorize. Science Skills Accelerator gives students a system to develop these skills. They get to experience these skills modeled in action and practice real scientific thinking using content from science courses. They build skills like curiosity, observation, critical thinking, problem solving, and lab skills. It's like strength training, but for your brain, and it works. So, is memorization hurting your child's science grades? It might be. But the good news is there's a better way. If your teen is ready to stop cramming and start truly learning science, have them join Science Skills Accelerator today. See the link in the description to learn a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to learn even more, check out my next video in this series about uncovering the secrets to acing science tests. We're going to unlock the secrets to science success one step at a time.